All right, welcome back to Live Impact News here. Let's revisit sad news that we brought to you earlier today, a second day of sad celebrity news in a row as Tim Curry has passed away at the age of 80. He was a British actor known for roles such as the Rocky Horror Picture Show, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, and Clue. A lot of roles that really became sort of cult classics, right? Those movies that people would watch over and over and over again and take on an entire life, lore, and fandom of their own, to the point where the people who participate in those roles become almost like family to the people who are super fans of those titles, like Rocky Horror Picture Show especially. Here in Norfolk, there are renditions of Rocky Horror Picture Show that draw huge crowds every Halloween, every October. It is a title that lives on, and Tim Curry, the actor, will live on as well through all of his creative output. There is not further comment on the cause of death. ABC News reports that the Los Angeles Police Department responded to the actor's home overnight for a death investigation. They concluded without finding anything suspicious. In terms of Tim Curry's health, we know that the actor suffered a stroke in 2012, which led to the use of a wheelchair and limited his work from that point on. But nonetheless, an incredible resume of films for Tim Curry. He was born in Cheshire, England. He began his career on stage in the 1970s before eventually moving to Broadway. He received a Tony nomination for Best Actor from the play Amadeus, and then, of course, moving into film and the cult musical, again, Rocky Horror Picture Show. The actor originated his character on the West End stage in the early 70s before reprising the role for the 1975 film adaptation. So far more than just a participant, but a creative when it comes to, again, source material that has become legend and that lives on through today as new generations discover the Rocky Horror Picture Show and then become fans themselves. Curry had a talent for playing villains, but not normal villains, campy villains. He also had an incredible voice that was very recognizable and was in other titles, including Willow, the Lord of Darkness in that movie, and as we said, Wadsworth in Clue, the butler, and then Pennywise in the TV miniseries It, which was adapted from the Stephen King novel and gained a new life in the 2010s as more It movies were made, which really kind of became a cultural phenomenon in and of themselves. The Three Musketeers, The Hunt for Red October, Muppet Treasure Island, Charlie's Angels, all recognizable titles. And speaking of recognizable titles, Roseanne, Will and Grace, Monk, all on television, all featuring Tim Curry at one point or another. So this is someone who, again, their impact will live past this day when we unfortunately announce their passing. Their impact will live through their creative output for generations to come, for those that they inspire through their work, for those who are able to escape through their work, and of course for family and friends who can share stories of his life for years to come as well. So passed away at 80 years old, Tim Curry. If we get any more information about this, we will bring that to you. Now, it is worth noting that just over the course of the last 2 weeks, Hayden Panettiere, Dolly Parton, and now Tim Curry. This has happened in the past, and sometimes it's hard to distinguish whether it just feels that way in the moment or whether there is some sort of genuine substance to this theory that celebrity deaths will sort of cluster together at times. And in this particular instance, there certainly is a feeling of, one, sadness that comes with repeated news of celebrity deaths, but then sort of the remarkable nature of how close they've all occurred together. I mean, it was just 24 hours ago that we sat here talking about Dolly Parton, her impact, and her passing also at the age of 80. So we wanted to touch on that as well. Now, before we go to break, speaking of Dolly Parton, Naya, if we're able to pull up either Channel 4 or Channel 2 here, we have live looks at both one of her amusement parks, which is what you see on your screen right here, the big purple butterfly with Dolly across it. And then we also have a memorial that's been set up in her home state of Tennessee that people have been visiting and leaving gifts for and memorializing Dolly through, as she is someone who obviously was able to move people in a way that they just feel compelled to, one, be together around her hometowns and her home states and her amusement parks and things like that, to mourn her together. It's that very uncommon phenomenon of someone who influenced people so deeply, who was able to touch people in such a meaningful way that people who never met her before come together in these public spaces in order to mourn and memorialize someone who had the rare talent of being able to genuinely move people. So again, a sad 2 days, a sad 2 weeks here as yet another celebrity death. Rest in peace to Hayden Panettiere, Dolly Parton, and Tim Curry.